Okay, thank you for joining me today. So I don't know if you have thought already of what you desire, because that's a big question. Some people, when we say, okay, what do I want? Maybe, I don't know if you know, do you know what you want, Vladimir? You don't know, do you know, Winnie, what you want? It's about starting to think about what we want, okay? And it's not an easy question, because maybe we never ask, what do we really want? Yeah. So what do we want to manifest? Okay, that's the first question. Okay, we have to understand where we want to go, what destination. Otherwise, we have a navigator, but we don't know what is the destination. And the destination is what we energetically emit without being aware. Today is to learn to become conscious manifester, okay, conscious creator of our reality, because we are always creating our reality, either we are aware of it or not. The point is, what do we want? If we don't know, we need to understand what do we want. So this is really the first time. Okay, so let's start. And in the meantime, I invite you to keep that in your background and invite yourself to think, okay, what do I want? How do I want to change my life? How do I need to want to improve my life? What do I need what quality do I want to experience more in my life? Okay, it's about really, really, really asking yourself, what do I want? Okay, and answer that question. That's the foundation of what we want to manifest consciously. Okay, so let's start with, I'm going to give you the structure of today's session. I'm going to give you some background foundations. And then we're going to go into the process of what are the steps to actually manifest. And then at the end, we're going to ask you to give we're going to do a little recording where you are, which is something that you can listen, and you can listen during your day, so you can have that as a reminder of the way you want to feel and what you want to manifest. And it's important to have that as a reminding on a daily. It's important to do practice for that. So the foundation, let's start with the basic, which is really important, is that our reality, what we experience in our reality, is a mirror of our dominant vibrational state. Okay, so what we emit vibrationally is what gets back to us. I think, yeah. Okay, what we emit vibrationally is what gets back to us. And it's very important to understand this, because this is absolutely the foundation. We are energy beings and we are vibrational beings. Because we are energy, everything in the universe has got a vibration. Everything is a vibration. Even a stone vibrates, even a pen, not to mention the trees, not to mention the animals. Everything as included, every thought we have as a vibration. Okay, so this is one of the law of the universe. And this is really one of the brick to put on the foundation of your manifesting project. We are vibrational beings. Everything in a universe has got a vibration. Everything is vibration. Which means that whatever we give out to the universe comes back to us. Everything mirrors our dominant vibrational state. Okay, so our reality, if we don't like it and we want to change it, it's because we need to start changing our frequency, our vibrations, okay, that we emit. Okay, let's put it like that. We are all connected. We are part. There is another law that is important in this manifesting project, in this manifesting process, and that is that we are all connected. Everything is connected. We are connected with source. Source is connected with us. We are connected. All of us is connected. We are connected with everything in the universe, okay? Everything is connected. And this is the law of oneness. And this is important because it means that everything we do has an effect, because everything is interconnected. Okay, something to put as well into our awareness, into our consideration, okay? Another aspect that is important is that everything happens in the now moment. Everything happens in the now moment. And this is very difficult to understand. It's not an easy concept. Everything, future, past, there is no time. Only in this life, yes, where we live, there is a time and space. We are on a 3D world. When we live in this reality, yes, there is time and space. But when we start tapping into higher, when we start tapping with what it is, with the universal laws, there is no time and space. We are working with quantum fields. Everything happens in the now moment, okay? Life is happening now. So we have to put that as well into our background. Let it sink, let it stay there, let it digest, okay? You don't have to understand completely everything, but just put it down. Little thought, everything happens in the now moment, okay? Now I invite you to take a moment to shake it off. Just move your body, breathing in, tense, exhale, sigh out, okay? So I'm going to show you now something, because now I'm going to move into our thoughts. So our thoughts, as I said before, everything is a vibration. Our thoughts carries a vibration, has a frequency, has a vibration linked to that. Every thought creates an emotional response in our body. So again, every thought we think creates an emotional response in our body. Emotional means something we feel emotionally in our body, okay? Thought creates emotional response. This connection is crucial to understand. It's important to put it again into your information tool, notebook, so you can put it there that's another foundation, okay? And I'm going to show you now what is called we are consciousness evolving into higher state of consciousness. We are consciousness, okay, beings. We are evolving into higher states of consciousness, okay? And I'm going to show you now. I hope you can follow me. We are just at the beginning. And we're going to show you now a sort of a scale. And this is the consciousness, okay? And we have emotions. And as we said before, even emotions carries frequency, carries vibrations, okay? And as you can see on the lower spectrum, there are emotions like guilt, grief, fear, okay? And they vibrate at a lower frequency. But the more you move up to the scale of consciousness, the scale of emotions rising up, okay, you can see that there is anger. Anger, it's higher on a frequency level than grief. It's higher than guilt and shame, okay? It's very important to understand that, because anger has got an energy. If you feel depressed and if you feel in grief and sadness and depression, you don't have energy. There is no energy in that. It's like a lack of life flowing through you, right? It's like you can't even wake up and get out from bed. But if you're angry, it's like it's a sort of higher state because you got some energy. That the energy is like there is more rising of frequency, okay? Just keep in mind that anger is higher. It means that you are in a better place, to be honest, compared to that lack of energy completely that creates that sense of guilt and grief. Moving up, you got courage, and then you got willingness. Willingness. Keep in mind, willingness is good. You have that willingness, that power of choice, okay? And then you got acceptance, and then you move up to love, you move up to joy and peace, much higher frequency consciousness states, okay? And we are beings that naturally we are wired up to go into higher states of our being, okay? We are inherently called to be happy. Yeah? We are called, our natural state is to rise up in our frequency, okay? So you have seen that everything has got a vibration. We are vibrational beings. Our reality is a mirror. Our reality in a physical world, whatever we experience in our world, in our reality, is a mirror of what we vibrate. What is our dominant vibrational state? So if my vibrational state dominant is grief, then what I see in my life is mirrors back of grief experience. I may have, even from my work or from relationship, basically life mirrors back to me situation where I experience again the same emotions that I carry on my dominant level, which is maybe grief, okay? So it's about you to consider that and really put a note on this, that whatever shows up in your life is a mirror of what you are vibrationally feeling in that moment, okay? As a majority, a dominant state. So it's time now to put into this consideration another aspect, okay? And this is what is really important to understand, is what is called our conscious mind and our unconscious mind. This is another important concept to understand, because we need to understand how we work, how we are, what is our software, what is our computer, okay? How we are creating our reality. So subconscious mind and conscious mind. You remember, can you see an image of the iceberg, okay? Iceberg. So the peak at the top is a little tiny, and then there is the water, and the majority of the iceberg is under the water, okay? Think of that. The under the water piece, which is the majority of our mind, conscious and unconscious mind, is the unconscious mind. Unconscious mind means we are not very much aware of that. It's an automatic pilot. It's there, and we don't even are much aware of that unconscious mind. The point, which is only 5% of our mind, is the conscious mind. Conscious mind is what we choose to think. Okay, I want a pizza instead of a pasta. I want to feel whatever. I want to feel successful, or I want to feel sad now. It's a choice. Whatever we choose, whatever I want to drink this, or I want to drink that. Whatever is the choice in that moment, I want to get up or I want to stay on the sofa. Whatever we want, that willing part is 5%. It's called conscious mind, and runs 5% of our life. The majority is 95%, is the unconscious mind. And this is important to understand what is the unconscious mind, because it's so important to understand that in order to change your reality, because your unconscious mind is what creates ultimately as well your reality. The unconscious mind, at the moment, if you haven't done any much work on yourself, on your personal level, on your development, carries all the softwares, all the belief system that you have been inherited by your family, by your mom, by your dad, by your society, by your religion, by culture, by school, in the school, all the belief systems that you have absorbed, because the first 7 years of your life, you are just a sponge. For the first 7 years of your life, you're just a sponge. You're just absorbing, downloading the softwares belonging to culture, society. You are downloading the beliefs that your family carries. If your family believes that, I don't know, it's difficult to have money, you carry that belief. Oh, it's very hard to make money. If your family believes that, if anything that they carry, you you download it and you make it your own without even realizing it, because there was no filter. There was no filter. You just absorb it, okay? In your subconscious mind, there are stored all your memories from your past, can be even wounds that you carry. The wounds that you carry from your past, from your past, even past lives, okay? Your unconscious mind carries all the experiences you have. For instance, I don't know, maybe you were at home, you were young, and then someone, I don't know, maybe your mom went out to buy some eggs, okay? And then you thought, you didn't have that awareness to understand that what's going on, and maybe you were young, and you thought, oh, my mom left me, I am alone, oh, I might have done something wrong, or my mom doesn't love me. You know what I mean? You didn't know that mom just went out to buy something and then she would come back. With your mind, you were not able, but maybe you registered something, you downloaded something, and in that moment that was painful for you, okay? And you starting downloading these things. Even, for instance, you maybe have had experience at school, you were bullied. Maybe someone said something to you, then you registered, I am not lovable, people don't like me. Can you see? Everything is stored in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is like your autopilot. Your unconscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind is, you know, in this level, it's for me, I use it in the same way. The language of your subconscious mind language is through images, visual images, and emotions. Images and emotions are the language of your subconscious mind. Whatever you see, whatever you feel, this is the language of your subconscious. This is how your subconscious mind registered, okay? Download visual things, emotions, responses, everything, okay? So if your subconscious mind carries negative limiting beliefs, this is what your reality shows up to you, okay? Your reality is a mirror of your internal vibrational frequency. So if you are thinking that you're not lovable, and you are, you know, guilty for something, and maybe you feel shame because you think you're not worthy, or you're not good enough, then the reality is like, oh yes, it's true, this is true. It's showing up, is mirroring you back what you believe about yourself, okay? Stay there. It mirrors, stay there and repeat. It mirrors you back what you believe about yourself. So if you believe about that you're not worthy, then reality is gonna be a yes. Oh yes, you're not worthy. The universe and the reality is always a yes to whatever you vibrate out. All right? Stay here, digest it, breathe in and breathe out. Okay? It's very important to understand that. It's very important because we want to take our power back. We want to really start become, you know, if your subconscious mind, which is your software downloaded in your computer, are not you know, the right thing for you because they're not respecting the truth of who you are, it's time for us to have a look and change. If there is any software that needs to be changed, it's time to change that in order to create the life that you want, okay? So the manifesting process, there are a lot of things first, but one of them is definitely look inside and change the software that have been downloaded, that you haven't chosen because have been downloaded from culture. Maybe, you know, one of the software that comes from the culture is like, you have to marry, you know, get married, have children, have a nice job, have a money. If you're not successful, you don't mean you're not worthy. All of these things, you have to have children, all of these things that maybe you don't want your children, but because society and you downloaded that and you believe that, all right, you want to start really, really considering that your subconscious mind can be, your software are there, but as you have putting them there, you can always change them and replace them, okay, with what you really want, okay? So now we are leading. I hope it was a little bit sort of clear as much as possible. this up to now, because this is the intro. This is the base of what you need to understand in order to move forward to the process of manifesting, consciously manifesting, okay? All this is leading to now the next step, which is, what do you desire then? Ultimately, we are here. It's called manifesting, manifesting workshop. What do you want to manifest? That's the question. What do you want to experience in your life? That's the question. How do you want to feel once you have achieved that? What is the feelings that comes with that? This is the question to ask. And you have to really be focused on this, because if you don't know what you want, really, there is no life is gonna, is gonna take you wherever you're vibrating. If you don't know what you focus your attention, it's like you have no direction. You have a car, but you don't know where to go. And maybe if your vibration is grief, you're gonna go into grief, more grief. Okay. So it's really about tuning in and understanding, what do you want? And this is absolutely important, because whatever you want, wherever you put your focus into, 5% focus, what you want, willingness, is where the energy follows. Better put your focus in what you want. Energy follows. So you really want to put the focus important on what you want. And when you're talking about desire, there are two things that you have to consider. One, is the desire coming from ego, or is my desire coming from spirit? Simple things, simple example. Again, we are starting now to call into the spirit, because spirit is our truth of who we are. The truth of who we are is we are energy beings into physical world. But the majority of ourself, and I hope you can take this in, the majority of ourself is in spirit. In sense that our reality, our physical reality, we are energy beings living in a physical reality, in a physical body. But our physical body is the size of a little nail of the little finger. All the rest and the majority of our self is in spirit. This is the size of who we are now in this body, but the majority of ourself is in spirit, connected to all, connected to source, connected to her, in spirit, okay? And the energy of the spirit is the energy of feeling good. Energy of the spirit is love, is light, feeling good, okay? Higher state of consciousness, you remember? That's that scale, that picture I showed you. Higher state of consciousness, it's happy place, enlightenment, joy, peace, harmony, freedom, right? This is who you are in spirit. So the idea, again, back to the desire, is your desire backed up by an energy of excitement and joy? Is desire coming from your heart? Is your desire making you feel good by the thought of that? I don't know. Let's make an example. I don't know if you're passionate about painting, and maybe you dream to have a career of painting because this is what makes you feel happy. It's like your heart desire. It means it's your spirit calling you because you feel good. I just open and close a bracket. Spirit connects with you vibrationally. The only way, the language of the spirit is the language of the feeling. Feeling good is a way that your energy, that your spirit can communicate with you through vibration, through sensation, through feelings, through emotions. If you are feeling happy, higher frequency emotions, it means you are aligned with your desire. You are aligned with spirit. If alternatively, you feel a little bit disconnected, you feel that sense of low energy frequency, you feel sad, you feel angry, you feel grief, you feel fear is one of the big one. It means you are off, away from your spirit, which ultimately you're never away. It's just your you are sort of, the reality is that you're never disconnected from your spirit, otherwise we wouldn't be here, you know. But for some reason, your ego mind disconnect from that connection, okay? You separate yourself from love, basically, on a certain level. That's why you experience this sense of low vibrational frequency, okay? So the way to understand and that you are on the track of spirit is by the way you feel. If it feels good, it means that it's connected to a higher self. So said that, back to the desire, you have to really understand, is my desire backed up by feeling good or is backed up by fear? Need to validation. I want that promotion. All right. Why do you want that promotion? I want that promotion because so I can feel I am worthy. Okay. Does it mean that if you don't have the promotion, you don't feel worthy? Another example, I want that relationship to feel loved. I want that relationship, romantic relationship. I need that. I want that. I want that relationship. All right. Why do you want that? Do you want because otherwise you don't feel complete? So if your desire comes from need to be validated, need to be approved, I'm doing the desire from because my parents want me to do that, so I can, you know, I need their approval. If this coming from approval, from need to validation, to be validated, need to be approved, need to be recognized, need to be loved and complete, can you see it's coming from a fear base? It's not coming from higher spirit, it's coming from ego. So you really need to start understanding and trying to understand what do you want and if that desire is backed up by spirit. So what we're doing here is become conscious creator of what is calling, you know, to feel good. What is your higher self calling you to? Okay, feeling good. And can be just simply taking some time for yourself. Feeling good can be simply like I was doing for instance, for myself. My issue was like I was believing that I was not worthy of love. I was not worthy enough, not feeling good enough with myself. I was criticizing myself. So my desire was actually, I want to learn how to love myself. I want to be confident with myself. I want to love myself. Okay. So that was my desire, calling me for a bigger, greater, happier place. Okay. That's the desire coming from spirit. Okay. I hope you understand. So please take your time to think about what do you want and make sure that it's backed up by good feeling, by happy, positive feelings, higher frequency, okay, desire. So once you have established that, take a deep breath in, ground your energy. Now we can, and thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you have left, but anyway, thank you. Now is the time that I want to share what are the tools. I hope you have understood. You are vibrational beings. Whatever you vibrate out is what you get back. And you want to be sure of what you want to, you know, what is your desire. Focus, desire, you know, what is your 5% point? You want to be very sure about what you want to achieve. So after that, it's about really understanding the techniques. And it's like that. I show you this. This is, imagine you are your current state. This is your current state where you are at the moment. And this is your desired state where you want to be. I don't know if you have that in mind, something. But if it's a career that you want, if it's like a, I don't know, a health you want, a relationship you want, whatever you want, something with yourself, whatever you want to achieve, this is here. And this is where your current state, where you are vibrationally. So the point is this. Before, in the past, when we were like going into goal setting, you know, you want that goal, then you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, everything in the timeline sequence in order to achieve that desire, that goal, that target. But now we work with frequency, we work with vibration, we're working differently, we're working in the now moment. We are working with that. The point is, to you in this current state, and here, there is a frequency and vibrational gap, because you're here and that your desire is here. What you want to do is rise your frequency so much, because now you're vibrating low, you're vibrating high. You want to raise your frequency every day, become bigger and brighter and bigger and happier and bigger and bigger and bigger, and becoming one with your desire, vibrating at the same frequency of your desire, imagining that your desire is already achieved. And you want to get into that flow of frequency, of feeling, of thoughts that high, that your desire is going to come to you without, without a big surprise. So from here to here, there is a big vibrational gap. What you want to do is do the practice of every day to become one with that desire. Becoming one to the desire means imagine you are a caterpillar, and this is your desire to become a butterfly. Okay? Caterpillar and butterfly. So we know that the caterpillar can become a butterfly. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we have seen it. We know because we have seen it. But the point is, imagine that the caterpillar doesn't know that. Your higher spirit knows that you are a caterpillar and knows that you can become a butterfly. So your higher self knows it. But you, your ego, our self in our physical body doesn't believe that, okay? Doesn't even know that it can fly. So in order to become a butterfly, the caterpillar has to rise the frequency, But the caterpillar is always used to walk on the floor, right? And if you tell the caterpillar, oh, you know what, you're gonna fly, the caterpillar is gonna say, no, it's so scared. I'm so scared. No, I can't do that. But the point is, if you caterpillar wants to fly, you have to start believing, you have to start see yourself that you are already flying. You have to allow yourself to feel that lightness and that joy and that beautiful emotions of flying in the flowers, and allowing yourself to vibrate in that frequency as high in order for you to become that butterfly. So it's really about a practice into every now moment, starting now or starting whenever you want to start, whenever you feel ready. And it's about practicing the law of oneness, which means allowing yourself to hypnotize yourself, allowing yourself to use the techniques of the subconscious mind, which is visual and emotions, to become that butterfly or to become that desire by allowing yourself, and I say again, allowing yourself to be already that desire now, already manifesting in the now moment. It's about you really allowing yourself to feel that emotions, so your body start getting familiar with that emotions of lightness or flying high, of happiness, that butterfly, that is what you want. So first of all, you want to understand, what do you want? Do you want to be a butterfly? Yes or no? Whatever you want, of course, is an higher frequency state for you. You are vibrating low now. You want to vibrate higher. This is your desire, okay? Whatever is it, it's a higher frequency level. What you have to do is to practice higher frequency. Practice that emotions of joy and appreciation. And you can start by really doing the practice every day with gratitude and say, and you can just repeat, I am happy. Thank you so much, universe, for giving me this desire now. Thank you, universe, for having delivered that desire now to me. Thank you. I'm so happy now that I am a butterfly. Put your desire. I am so happy now that I have achieved that. I am so happy now that I have got that career. It feels so good. Thank you, universe, for having delivered that to me now. You see, you want to start rising your frequency and make it feel comfortable for you. And I'll tell you why we are talking about this, comfortable. because the energy of the butterfly is not familiar for the caterpillar. Caterpillar's familiarity is beyond the ground, is the gravitational force pulling down. The butterfly is like, it's flying high. It's a frequency that is very different, okay? So you want to start getting familiar with that frequency gently and slowly. And it takes some time in order to acclimatize and to get it familiar into that, allowing yourself to feel the wings growing, allowing yourself to visualize these wings, allowing yourself to visualize yourself. Again, the language of your subconscious is visual and emotions, okay, combined together. It's allowing yourself to visualize flying in between. I say this as an example, okay, but I want you to apply with your dreams. Inviting yourself to visualize and feel how it is to fly from flower to flower, to fly in this lightness, to fly in the garden, to be happy and light. How does it feel in your body? So important for you to become familiar with that, because one example is this, okay? You remember when someone wins the lottery? Okay, someone wins the lottery. Imagine someone can be even, some people happens that like they win the lottery, they receive, I don't know, £1 million, so happy, so shocked, because it's a shock. When you have that amount of abundance, that amount of, the more the vibrational gap is bigger, the greater, the more the shock is it, okay? So that shock in your system, it feels like a real shock having this amount of money, okay? This amount of money, many people now, they're not used to hold energetically this abundance. So what happened? Yes, they're spending a lot of money, and then maybe after 1 year or two, they are back in their old sofa doing the same thing they were doing before. Have you heard about that? It's because they were not able, because that energy was not familiar. So they were not able to hold energetically that happiness, that abundance, that amount coming to them. And because it was a shock, they deflected back. And they say, no, that's too much for me. I'm going to stay small. That's where I feel comfortable. Can you see? That's why it takes practice every day to align. 5% is you choosing what you want, guys. This is important, because if you don't know where you want to go, you want more happiness, more health, more abundance, more financial, whatever you want to focus. And then you want to practice every day feeling good and align yourself with the frequency and seeing yourself as having already that desire manifested in your life. Right here, right now, every day, okay? Every day. And you can also do one little practice I'm going to share with you now as well. You can write for 30 days, every day, 30 times. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have achieved that. Thank you, universe. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have that desire manifested. It's a practice. It's about you allowing yourself to become bigger energetically and familiarize with that. So, do you understand? 2 first steps of the process: focusing on what you want, what experience, what emotion do you want, and then practicing the alignment. I call it immersion, alignment, okay, with that frequency, so you can feel and make your body feels that joy and appreciation of having that desire already manifested. You become one with your desire, okay? And then your desire will come to you. You will attract that to you. It is because it's already there, okay? It's just waiting for you to align energetically. When you think about something you want, it's already created in your quantum field. You just need yourself to to rise your frequency of your vibration in order to be a match to that. Otherwise, it's gonna, it's gonna be to a wave. The energy is not the same. You want to become the same energy of your desire, okay? That's the point. Third point, they're going to be at 3 or 4. Third point is this, is what I call detox. I call detox, And this is where I can help you as a energy healer. I'm a EFT practitioner, emotional freedom technique. I am an emotional healing coach and a yoga teacher. This is where I can help you. Basically, when you pour this higher frequency, this joy, these emotions of gratitude and appreciation in your body intentionally, what happens is that when you bring this light, drinking in this light in your body, as you allow yourself to feel these better feelings, happy feeling, emotions, what happens is that whatever is not in alignment with that is going to come up. All the beliefs that you carry that are not true, they're going to come out. The beliefs like, for instance, the caterpillar believes that, oh, I'm now never going to be able to fly high. This is unsafe. This is not safe for me to fly high. This is too high. This is where I am. This is where I have to be. This is me. I'm just on the ground. That is impossible. But we know that is not possible. That is possible because we have seen it. He doesn't know. So the beliefs that he thinks is small and is not able to fly, they're going to come up. They're going to come up. The wounds that we carry from the past of unworthiness, of not feeling loved, they're going to come up. They're going to come up like bubbles coming up in order to be seen, acknowledged, transformed, alchemized, and released. Okay? And I show you how it looks. Well, if you have, I just put something on, you know, I just put some water and something here that is like carbon, okay? And it's been deposited on the ground. So the detox moment is part of the process. One part of the process is knowing what you want, aligning with the energy, yes. But one of the most other crucial aspect is working on changing the beliefs, limiting beliefs that are not true to your true self. They're going to come up. The wounds that you carry, they're going to come up. So your job is to do the job to let them go by first accepting them, validating them. All the fears, they're going to come up. All the fears of flying. Oh, it's too scary to fly. Who I am to fly. No, they're going to come up, these fears. Because your true self is the butterfly. Your truth is that you can fly. That's the truth. And the truth is the truth, okay? It's like you are pouring by your intention to connect with that feelings of higher good, feeling good. You're going to do that. You're going to pour plain water inside of this, and all the things is going to come up. If before were deposited on the ground, maybe you put all the wounds under the carpet, all the negative beliefs under the carpets. You don't want to see them. They're not, I don't want to go there. With this work, they're going to come up, because they're going to come up, and the more water you're going to pour in, the more they're going to be released. The more water you bring in, the more they're going to come out. Ultimately, there will be only clean water, okay? So your job is to see and notice when these beliefs are coming up, and do your work to observe, bring compassion, bring acceptance, understanding, love, and let them go. Fears, wounds, shadows, whatever is going to come up, because that's the job. This is how we grow. This is how we consciously evolve into this way, you know, in the way, in this universal that we are. Detox, limiting beliefs, releasing, letting go, transmuting and alchemizing, it's part of the process. It's like you are, in order to be, it's like from the caterpillar, in order to be a butterfly, you have to let go of an old dress that is too tight. In order to fly high, you have to let go of part of you that is outdated, that doesn't belong to you anymore, that maybe has been good up to now, but now then you're called to a higher state. You're called to more happiness and joy. Is your dream calling you? And that means you have to drop that layer that is taking you down. It's a process, and I can help you with that, okay? Because it's not easy. If people have some traumas from the past, it's gonna come up a little bit. That's normal, okay? That's part of the journey. That's the purpose, is to, you want to clear all the blocks that are between you and the truth of who you are, okay? It's a spiritual journey, okay? Conscious manifesting is a spiritual journey to become the truth of who you are, to become a bigger version of yourself, a much happier and expanded version of yourself, and facing the limitations that you carry from the past. And maybe, as we said at the beginning, you remember the unconscious mind, maybe they're just there, but you didn't choose them. It's about you becoming the adult. It's about you choosing what you keep, and releasing what you don't need, because you say, you know what, this belief, I'm not good enough. You know what, this is not helping me. I choose to release it, and I'm gonna choose another one. You know what I'm gonna choose? I choose to believe I am good enough. I choose to believe I'm worthy. I choose to believe that I'm worthy to receive the best. I choose to believe that I'm deserving all the good of the abundance of the universe, and that the universe has to offer. All right? It's about that. So, last 2 bits of the process is, you have to practice feeling good. You have to practice alignment with your desire, and you have to practice all this releasing when you notice that something comes up that is uncomfortable, that triggers you. You want to face it with validated, is there for a reason, is the wounded part of you that is want to come up in order to be integrated, because there are some parts of you that have been, you keep separated from yourself, and they need to come back. You want to become all, okay? And it's about you welcoming back home these parts, so you can become one, and these parts can become your strength. That can become your strength. Whatever are your wounds you carry and your shadows you carry that you don't want to see, actually they can become your strength point. But you need to alchemize them. You need to see them. You need to embrace them. You need to bring them everything home in you, okay? Then you just have, guys, to it's not easy, but you just have to relax. Do the job every day. You just have to relax, and you don't have to think about the how and the when this is going to happen. Your job is just to align every day, intentionally to align with the feeling good vibration, remembering every day what is your desire, and keep the focus in there, and allowing yourself to feel good, and removing all the limiting beliefs that they're gonna come up. That's your job. And they're gonna be tests. When after a certain point, there will be a test. Okay, we'll be like, okay, I've done all the job, I've been doing all the practice every day, but still I haven't that partner, still I haven't that job. I feel disappointed, I feel frustrated, I want to be back. Oh yes. Okay, it's a test. That's why consciously manifesting, is about believing before you see it. Believing before you see it. Can you see? Believe that before you see it, like the caterpillar. I still don't see things. I still don't see the wings. Do the job. Rise your frequency. Carry on. Slowly, steady. Carry on. Take inspired actions. In that higher frequency of joy, take inspired action. That's one other point. From the higher state of consciousness, when you feel a little bit higher, when you feel a little bit tapping into that frequency of your desire, let's ask your higher self, okay, what is my little step next? What is my step that I can take that is inspired towards my dream? And then you're going to listen to what it's going to tell you, okay? Inspired actions. What are my inspired actions? And take them, okay? Taking that inspired actions, and trust the process. Relax all the need to control, all the need to know. You don't have to, because you have a partner in spirit. Your higher self, remember, bigger than you, your higher mind connecting to your higher self, knows where to direct it. Imagine this: your higher self is here at the top. There is a sort of a skyscraper, okay? You are at the bottom, but your higher self is much higher, and from there can see and can guide you, and it can the higher self can tell you, okay, go straight, now turn left, now turn right, go straight. But and by the way you feel, you're gonna be able to understand if this is the right, because that's the right means it feels good. Okay, it's us, our ego mind, they say, okay, I want to control, and maybe you're going to drop into the hole, and the higher self say, okay, I told you, come back. Okay, go straight, go right. So your higher self can guide you. You have just to ask, okay, what is my next step? What do I have to do next? And stay aligned with that higher frequency, that joy, because that's the way to communicate. That's the way the higher self communicate with you, to take you to where you want to go, if you want to. Again, willingness, everything is in your power. An important thing is to understand that your choice to vibrate, to lower vibrate or to higher vibrate, they are equally valid choices. You can vibrate low if you want, and you can stay there all your life if you want. It's not no wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's just that if you choose, you know, the whole point is that you don't need to stay in the negative state if you can have, you know, if you can choose a happier place. But both of them are experiences, and both of them are equally valid. And that is one very important thing to understand, because we don't have to judge ourselves. If we judge ourselves where we are, and we say, oh, I hate myself because I feel bad, because I feel I don't have this job, I hate where I am. And this is stops and slow the process of manifesting. Again, the manifesting process, like a journey of the self, is a spiritual journey, is about opening your heart to compassion and kindness. So judgment is not part of that. So be neutral, be positive with the experience you're having, accept where we are now, because where you are is perfect for you. It's perfect where we are, is where we are, and it's exactly perfect for us. We don't have to stay in that. We just have to focus on where we want to go and keep that higher frequency and that vibration high and that focus high. But please accept where we are. If you keep that judgmental attack in where we are really slower in the process. The point is, validate that the experience, even if it's difficult, even if it's depression, if it's anger, validate that. Allow that to be. Experience that. It's important. Like the positive one. Okay, they're all valid experiences. We are here to experience. We are consciousness experiencing itself. It means we are here to experience the negativity of the sadness, of the low vibration, and also by choosing that negative states and by feeling the negative thoughts, we have a better clarity of what we want instead. That's a process. That's why feeling negative thoughts is positive. If you think that is positive, you say, okay, what do I need to learn from this? Get the lesson and know that that negative feelings is helping you to give you that clarity. Because by feeling and allowing yourself to feel that sadness and grief and depression and sadness and anxiety and blah, 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 you have a better clarity of what you desire instead. And by that clarity, you can bring your mind and focus into that. By you willing to do so if you want to. Everything is valid. Okay? There is nothing negative. Everything is valid. Everything is important. Everything is positive. Even what we call and what we label negative experiences. They are absolutely valid. Let's honor them. Okay? And accept them. And know that we can choose something else if we want. So the last bit is absolutely the process is about really steady, patient, trust the process, release all the need to control, release any attachment to outcome of when, on how you have to release, and just stay focused on the feeling good emotions. Okay, they are the main energy. The joy and the appreciation are the main energy. So to support your manifesting. So I hope I gave you a little bit. Now what we can do, I don't know if you're here, but what we can do is I'm going to send you, and this is part of the process. I'm going to send you, and I'm going to write it here, some sentences that I would like you, please, if you want, to record now. So as a sort of, it's when you have that recording in place, You can listen in the morning, you can listen in the evening, and you can tap into this sort of, you restate your intention and your focus on your desire. And you visualize yourself and allow yourself to feel, okay? These see and feel are the two important bits. So I've written, you can record it now if you want. You can just use your phone and you can just think of something you want, and can simply be, I don't know, I want to be kinder with myself, and or I want to, because maybe you're not at the moment, or maybe you want whatever you want. Allow yourself to tune in with the emotions and tune in with that, and answer to the question, what being kind with myself or what having achieved that desire gives me. What is the feeling that once how would I feel once if I have that already received in myself? So for instance, if I want to be kinder with myself, once I'm kinder with myself, what that gives me. Oh wow, if I feel, so I just give you an example. Oh, if I feel kinder with, if I've already achieved that kindness in myself, wow, I think I will be much lighter. I think my life will be much happier, because I will be, I feel a green color. I feel like so lighter. Yeah, if I'm kinder with myself, I feel that my life and my days are lighter and kinder and happier. So I will feel happier. Okay. So, like, by taking this example, I'm going to read you now, and you can do it yourself. Okay, now if you want, you can just record it and I give you the example. I see and visualize myself, you can record it now, having my dream already manifested now. So it will be like something. I see and visualize myself having my dream of being kindness already manifested now. I have already that kindness in myself. I have already manifested that in my reality. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm kind with myself. I'm so happy and grateful now that I feel that kind with myself. I feel so excited to have reached that learning process, that now I can say that I'm kind with myself, and it feels so good. I'm so excited. I want to celebrate that. Okay. Thank you, universe, for having delivered this to me, that lesson of feeling grateful and feeling kind with myself. I'm so grateful now that I have already that kindness in me. I allow myself to feel good now. I'm worthy of receiving all the good that the universe has to offer. I am open to all the abundance. Thank you, universe, for making this or something even better happen in my life. And I know that everything happens for my highest good. Thank you so much. And so it is. Okay, this is the example. That's for you to record. They're just a few sentences, but it's just for you to tune in every day and allow yourself to talk yourself through and rise your frequency in that process. Okay, immerse yourself every day with that. And I'm going to finish now. If you have any questions, I'm happy to respond to your questions now. And I'm also going to send you again an email with a message, an email with a file that you can download, and it's got a little process that you can apply every day, and start with some gratitude about your day. Starting your day with gratitude thoughts can be just simply to raise your frequency, can just simply be, I'm grateful. Thank you, universe. I'm grateful that I have my bed, that I have my parents, that I have my children. Thank you that I am a good person. Thank you. And then you can allow yourself to immerse into a sort of meditation where you see yourself into a waterfall of light. So allow yourself to get into that lightness, light energy frequency, to receive and connect with higher self, with source, and with the earth. And then there will be some sentences that you can repeat, you can record, about you seeing and visualizing yourself as if you have already achieved that desire. and celebrate that and feel it. And then would be like a little moment where you can think about the beliefs that are blocking you to achieve that, the beliefs that you carry that are limiting, that are stopping you, blocking you, the fears that you have that block that manifestation. And then just relax into the process, take some inspired action. Inspired means from spirit. Enthusiasm come from theos, Greek, God. Okay, energy of the enthusiasm is the energy of manifestation of source. Okay, so if you have any questions, and then relax and trust the process, releasing all the need to control the outcome, the how and the when. So I don't know if hope it has helped a little bit, even if it was like a lot of things. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And it's any questions, Vlad? You good? Did you manage to do?
Yeah, you have been very clear in all your explanation. Thank you.
Pleasure. What comes up for you? What do you think you got from today? Just one thing that's like, okay, this is what I think I got it a little bit more.
I appreciate the cone of the energy.
That thing
Yeah, the
yeah,
picture
yeah,
with all the level, the
yes,
frequencies that you got, the highest level is your awareness to live the now in peace with all your states. So
absolutely. Yes. So we are energy beings evolving into
yes,
higher
yes,
frequency,
yes,
higher state of
yes,
consciousness. Okay. This is we can't change that. We are always into that change. We are always changing. Another rule of the universe is that we are all vibrations and everything is changing. So we are always changing. We're not we can't stay stopped. There is always, even if we are not maybe aware, but we are always
yes,
evolving in every moment. Okay, and we can shift in every moment. If I think of
yes,
a holiday, maybe my frequency rises. If I think of, I don't know, a failed exam, my frequency lowers. Okay,
yes.
so we're always shifting frequency, even multiple times, in.
Yes, it's normal to float in your state.
It's just that if you want to manifest something, it's about you focusing. Okay, my dominant energy at the moment is, I don't know, I feel, do you know where you feel, for instance? What is the dominant? What do you think you are in the dominant? Do you have,
No, depend of the experience that I live in the now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
could be happiness, could be sadness, could be anything
yeah,
that I am feeling in that moment. Like you said, I need to be aware that is just one moment.
yeah,
I don't have to put myself to be slave of the moment, to allow that moment to bring me in the past or in the future with some strange thoughts, but just leave it for what is it.
absolutely. Because your mind, when you start thinking of the future, is taking you into anxiety levels of what happens or past.
Yes, maybe if you are in one sad moment, you think about the future. Also, the future could be a sad moment. So to avoid that, you need just to stop yourself, to focalize in what is that you are living, Uh, yes, of course. It's not easy because there is the physiology inside you. So if you can maybe change that physiology, you can change also everything in your mind, in your thoughts, in your feeling,
Yeah, I mean, it's
in
physiology.
your level
Physiology.
of energy.
When you say physiology, is the body, right? The feelings.
Yes, yes, yes,
It
yeah.
means,
What make you to feel the life, the energy, the vibration inside?
yeah, but that
But
feeling
if
is affected by the thought that we carry. So there is the way we feel can be impacted and by the way we think, because if we think something, our body responds, okay, with the physiology. So if you think anxiety, if you feel anxiety, there must be something you think that create that emotional response, okay?
yes, you need to find out inside you what is that made that response.
Exactly. That's why when you have that feelings of discomfort, you want to, it's a way for you, it's like a mirror. It's like, all right, you have this feeling that is discomfort, this whatever anxiety. What is the thought that triggers that? What is the belief that you carry that is maybe limiting? And it's about you observing yourself, observing the beliefs that you
Yeah, yeah,
and transmute it with kindness and compassion, because ultimately the balm is about bringing that to your awareness, whatever is there that is the hot potato that you maybe is what is the wounds that you carry, the shadow that we carry. It's about you observing them and bring that sense of acceptance, validation, and love and compassion, and then you can let them go. For instance, I was this morning, I was tuning to sense of sadness, deep sadness. And I was like, why I'm so attached to this sadness? And again, is it the attachment to the sadness that I was carrying that I was like, wow, I'm so attached to this sadness. I know that if I want, I have to, go into
yeah,
a
yeah,
higher frequency. But and it's about, we live in a gravity force. We live in the earth, and the gravity force is the majority, is the major force in the gravity. We pulls down energetically. That if we let ourselves go, we are everything is pulling down our down, okay, us down. So imagine, which is whereas rising your frequency, it takes an effort, right? Okay,
yeah,
prefer
yes,
to stay
yes,
with sadness. I feel sad. It takes energy to come out of the sadness, okay? And I was like, oh my God, I feel I need to stay here. I can't, I don't know. For some reason, I want to stay in the sadness. But it takes energy to choose a different thing, to choose a better feeling thoughts, to choose to come out from that sadness that is the gravity's force pulling us down, okay? But we have the tools in ourselves to do that, okay? We have the tools through the practice, through our intention, through our acceptance and opening our heart, but it's also through the discipline of taking some practice, okay? So, and choosing, but allowing yourself, it's about allowing yourself to be in the sadness. What I understood, for instance, was like, okay, I allow myself to choose sadness now. I allow myself to choose that because I'm not validating the sadness. I choose to say and validate my sadness. There is a good reason if I feel sad, if I got into that sad moment, and allow myself to validate that instead of judging myself. Oh, I shouldn't be here. I should be there. Or I shouldn't be here. I should be somewhere else. I should be higher, happier. Oh, why I feel so sad? No, that's a judgment. No, let's embrace the now. Now, a part of me choose to feel sad. And you know what? Let's see what I need to learn from this. Instead of, so it's not choosing sadness and just for the sake of just feeling that. my intention is also to understand why do I choose sadness? What do I need to learn? There is always a reason, and my intention is to go there with that intention, with that questioning. Okay, sadness, you're there. I choose this sadness. Okay, what do I need to learn from this? Maybe I need to bring more compassion and just accept that I feel that the part of me feels that younger, depressed state of losing mom, and feeling that sadness. And I just have to accept that and be okay with that and allow myself to feel that sadness. Can I allow myself to feel the sadness without judging? Yeah. And the moment I allow myself to feel the sadness, it loses a little bit of grip. And then I can say, you know what? Okay, we are here to experience emotions. Sadness is one emotions. I've chosen to experience this, yes. Do I want to carry on experiencing? Breathing in? I don't need to experience sadness all the time. And I don't need to experience sadness. I can move out from that if I want. I can just walk away if I want. And you know what? Okay, I choose to walk away without judgment. I just choose to walk away, and I choose to have another experience. I choose to experience, that sadness was because a part of me from the past was still believing that I was, that my mom was not with me. That was my mom passed away, and that the part of me, like a young part of me, sad because she thought that she was lacking of mom. Mom was not there, so she was lacking. Mom was lacking. There was no mom, okay? That's the sadness. But then it's like, I want to choose that mom is here. I want to choose that mom is here because now I've got some awareness. I'm not that young girl anymore. I've got another awareness. So let's be in the present moment with all the lesson I've learned, with all the awareness I have at the moment. Okay. And I know that mom is near me if I choose so. So I want to experience now another experience. I want to experience that mom is here. I want to experience connection. I want to experience that she's always with me. All right? So it's about choosing. But I needed to validate that choice of feeling sad. I needed to validate that part of me that was still attached to that sadness and to that feeling of emptiness and that feeling of whatever. And you know what? I can choose to I have another experience now. I can choose to think connection, and I'm staying focused on that now because it's going to be my purpose now. I stay focused every day, remembering myself. I'm connected with my mom. I'm connected with my mom is with me. My mom is with me. And the more I tune in with that, the more we become familiar, the more I'm sure I'm going to feel better. And also to achieve better in life. Yeah. Behind mom, there is abundance. Behind mom, there is, it's life force. His mom is nourishing you. Okay. So we need to reconnect with the flow of our family, one mom and dad. We need to if there is any sort of separation, we need to relink the love. Okay. To allow love to flow. It's important with our family to even on a spiritual level, if they're not here with you, or even if they're there with you and you have problems, just still allow yourself to connect, because on a with the love that flows through us. Okay, it's important. Okay, I hope I've helped a little bit. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you so much. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you for being here. And yes, thank you, Vladim. And I see you soon. Okay, I'll send you the email, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.